10 new regional cities and over 14 municipalities that are completing a $360 million World Bank and Government of Uganda-funded road infrastructure projects are now being advised to stick with stringent regulatory benchmarks that have been initiated by the lender.
Evaluation has been enhanced, contract management has been improved, the accounting officers work together, contracts committees, so there has been a lot of sharing. And annually, there have been trainings conducted for all the arms in the procurement structure, the accounting officers, contracts committees, evaluation committees, internal auditors, procurement and disposal units, user departments. So a lot of capacity building has been done.
According to the Uganda Road Fund, these new public transport infrastructures across the urban local governments, estimated to nearly 80 kilometers combined, will now require a critical maintenance system of funding.
As far as livability, environment is concerned, it's been a major improvement in most of the cities where they've done these USMID projects. And we commend them for the program. And I think, as I said before, we just need to make sure it's sustainable and have a follow-on program to ensure that the infrastructure does not collapse. Because if there's no follow-up program, within 5 to 10 years, that beautiful infrastructure that we're seeing now would collapse.
The Directorate of Urban Planning within the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development is emphasizing that the new cities are now expected to enforce the new physical planning parameters in order to achieve the pillars expected of modern urban settlements.
If you are going to select anything for implementation, any infrastructure, be it road, be it economic infrastructure, it must be according to the plan. So it is a condition. So you are not going to implement anything that is not within the plan.
With such upgraded infrastructure, intended stimulating economic activities and livability within the new cities and municipalities, the Local Government Finance Commission also stresses that the urban authorities must embrace new IT-based innovations.
It is 2021 financial year. That is the time when we fully went on the, activating all these cities and municipalities. I told you 9 cities and 11 municipalities. We activated all of them on IRAS. Before, halfway, their collection was 26.5 billion, all the 22. But now, after 1 year of implementing IRAS, they moved from 26.5 to 32 billion. And this increment, we attribute it mostly onto the introduction of most of these strategies.
The Uganda support to municipal infrastructure development initiated what it calls 7 pillars, within which the regional 10 cities and 14 municipalities were required to ride on and should remain mandatory.
So these are indicators which help you to assess the performance of an entity based on its key deliverables at the national level. For instance, one of the key requirements of a city or an authority is to collect revenue. So we have an indicator which checks whether revenue is, collection of revenue is improving. One of the things is that when you do infrastructure projects, you make sure that you don't create negative impacts on the environment. So there is an indicator on environment.
Prior to the current suspension of the World Bank funding for new projects in Uganda, a new $750 million financing was being anticipated to cushion the new cities in bridging the huge road infrastructure network deficit that they face.